exists to accompany churches and denominations as we discover and seek to join God's mission in the world. We are becoming co-workers with God in the transformation of our communities. We do this by partnering with all denominations, offering missional training tools and coaching for disciple making in all churches and denominations in Africa. Over the last few years, we have learned so much and have much to offer, even as we continue to grow. Fresh Africa discovered that most African denominations made significant decisions about being missional churches. We are here to come alongside you for the purpose of God's mission, for God's kingdom, and for God's glory.
Fresh Africa encourages churches to embrace a new way of doing church. And the vision of Fresh Africa is to see diverse Christ-following churches discovering God's mission and building mission-shaped communities that transform their world. And the purpose of Fresh Africa is to support the church to build these missional communities.
Shared values are the ground base that hold us together across the richness of our diversity. As Fresh Africa, we are a very diverse organization from many different denominations, church traditions, but our commitment to our shared values have really helped us work well together. We've got 5 values. The first, listening. Being prayerfully attentive to what God is doing and intentionally listening to the voices in the community. Secondly, inspiring, telling stories of missional communities that transform their communities as we share the Fresh Africa vision. Thirdly, equipping, training, resourcing, coaching, pioneering missional leaders. Fourthly, partnering, building relationships and partnerships that are mutually enriching as we embrace the diversity of our multicultural context. And fifthly, contextualizing, sharing resources we have adapted, developed, and contextualized for our South African context. So, listening, inspiring, equipping, partnering, and contextualizing. These are the values that we are committed to as Fresh Africa.
We have heard the deep desire of denominations and congregations to be missional, to be participants in God's mission. But the question arises, how? We've been teaching and preaching, but nothing seems to change. So we've put together a strategy to help congregations move from where they are to where they need to be. And this strategy includes training firstly in mission-shaped identity. The MSI, the Mission Shape Intro, helps folk in the local church to understand who God is, their context, and their place in the world. These 6 sessions are downloadable off our website in multiple different languages. But beyond that, we do training in missional leadership, missional evangelism, missional disciple making, missional health, and so on. These resources are to help you in the journey.
The second tool that Fresh Africa offers is coaching. And we come alongside congregations to bring them into a coaching space and coach them in different areas. We come alongside leaders, ministers, and lay leaders and coach them in a way that they can help bring their congregations up to another level. We also train people to be able to be coaches themselves and to take people through this coaching space. You can find these resources at the Fresh Africa website or at ocafrica.net. I encourage you to take on coaching as one of your many tools.
Fresh Africa is a not-for-profit company registered under the Companies Act. We're also a public benefit organization in South Africa because we serve the churches and pioneers to grow the Church of Christ. Fresh Africa is related to the Fresh Expressions movement across the world, firstly in the UK, but in many other countries of the world. And we are, our constituent members are the Dutch Reformed Church, the Hervormde Kerk, the Congregational Church, the Presbyterian Church, the Methodist and Anglican churches, as well as Huguenot College in Wellington and Ecclesia, a part of the Faculty of Theology at the University of Stellenbosch. We are supported financially by the Sowers Trust, by individual congregations and members of churches, and of course we also sell our mission-shaped introduction course, and this assists us to fund the contextualization that took place to create that course.